Hey Piper, where are we going?
Red light district, gonna go help our patients.
All right. Armonice,
Hola.
¿qué vamos a hacer hoy?
Vamos a chequear a los pacientes en pedulizante.
Perfecto.
A las chicas.
¡Vamos! Entonces, Armonice, para ti, ¿por qué este proyecto vale la pena?
Porque hay muchas chicas en pedulizante que no tienen posibilidad para ir a una clínica o a hospital. Por eso es muy importante para ellas. Vino una chica que no tenía posibilidad de ir al hospital, pero ella compró su medicamento. Ella está muy contenta con nosotras.
Muy bien. Y la chica, ¿cómo le fue cuando ella estaba saliendo de la clínica después de todo lo cuidados?
Feliz, contenta, todo.
Muy bien.
So Matt, tell us what happened last night in clinic.
So last night was a bit of an adventure. We were out in the red light district providing care like we always do, and then the local police force started coming and asking a lot of questions to us, which was kind of weird. It doesn't really happen to us normally. Normally they come and ask us for condoms. And we often park like really close to the police station, so we've never had an issue. But last night they started asking a lot of questions, and you know, it turns out when you run a mobile clinic in a red light district, specifically for people experiencing sexual exploitation, it's unique enough that people don't really know what to do with it. And so they ended up taking us all and our clinic down to the police station, where we were supposed to wait for this colonel who was going to do an investigation on us, because they thought that, you know, maybe we weren't really a free clinic, just there to help people. Maybe there was some other ulterior motive to what we were doing. It was all very weird. So we waited at the police station for 4 or 5 hours until 2 in the morning. It was very arduous, and this colonel never showed up, but another one of the head investigators from one of their investigation units here in their police force, he showed up and recognized us and said, "Oh, you guys are that free clinic that helps the women in the red light district. I've seen you guys." And we were like, "Yeah, that's us." And he said, "I'm so sorry that you've been here so long. You guys probably have a massive headache." And he said, "In fact, I have a massive headache too. So let's get you guys out of here, and you guys can treat me for my headache." So we ended up providing care to a bunch of the police officers at the police station, like ibuprofen, and one of them had a cold, and it was very, very funny. And so now we have this photo with that head investigator and one of the other colonels. In case any police officer ever stops us again, we'll just show them this photo, I guess, of us with the chief of investigations. And he said we won't ever have a problem again. It was a very, very interesting experience. First off, we were there for hours at night when we could have been out on our clinic helping women who were being sexually exploited. So there were a lot of police officers who were part of apprehending us and taking us to their police station. And it was just so interesting to me that there were hundreds of women being sexually exploited and traumatized in this red light district while our mobile clinic was being apprehended by the police in order to, investigate us. Just, such a contrast for me. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And I just think that really speaks to the issue. Even people, in law enforcement and professions where they should have some kind of decent working understanding of social issues like that and services that can be helpful, don't quite understand what's happening to these women. And I think that's really unfortunate.
Do you have any concerns coming up to mind after this experience?
No, not really. I think that at the end of the day, this was actually a really good experience for us for a couple of reasons. One, it provided us with a very solidified relationship with the local law enforcement because we spent like 4 or 5 hours at the police station, and now we have this photo with the investigator, and I don't think that they will easily forget this experience. And there were a lot of officers who were involved in the experience and saw us and talked to us, and the other reason is because our local physician Ghislaine, she's just fearless. She's just such a fearless woman. And she spent most of the night talking with different police officers and officials about the work that we do and advocating for the women that we serve. And I think that that's really powerful. It's really powerful for the project, and it really speaks to her passion for helping these women heal. But it also like positions her in the community as a force for good that local law enforcement now recognizes.